I wasn't around when Sonic 06 dropped, but studying it now feels like looking at a car crash that actually saved a life. Everyone calls 06 the worst game ever, but it had potential. Without that disaster, we never would have gotten Sonic Unleashed, which is actually the best Sonic game ever made. The failure of 06 forced Sega to stop being lazy. They realized that they couldn't just throw a Hedgehog into a broken world and expect us to pay for it. They had to build this Hedgehog engine from scratch. I think it's the best engine ever utilized. The visuals were ahead of its time, only because Sonic 06 was a complete embarrassment. To understand why Unleashed was so good, you have to look at how deep the hole was in 2006. Sonic 06 was meant to be the first Sonic HD game, and they fumbled everything. They needed to rush the game to meet the Christmas deadline, and the result was a glitchy, unfinished mess that became a permanent stain on the brand. If Sonic 06 had been just okay, Sega would have just stayed comfortable. They would have kept using that broken, clunky engine that they used for Sonic 06. It was so bad that it became a meme, before memes were even a big thing. Everyone was furious. Even after 15 years, people were still talking shit about the game. Sega needed to bring back those die-hard fans, so they spent 3 years building the Hedgehog engine. They wanted to blow our mind. They focused on global illumination and light field technology that made the PS3 and the Xbox 360 sweat. I dare you to play Sonic 06 if you had a PS3 or Xbox 360 lying around. Like, the devs actually put it in the work in Unleashed. Speed became the entire point. They introduced the boost mechanic, which changed everything. For the first time, you will actually feel like you were breaking the sound barrier. The camera work, the motion blur, and the sheer scale of quality and level in Unleashed were a direct response to the static, broken levels of 06. Unleashed felt expensive, premium. The cinematics looked like a Pixar movie, and the music, which every single YouTuber uses in 2026, was recorded with a live orchestra. Sega threw every dollar they had at this game because 06 had destroyed their reputation. They were trying to bring back the fans' trust. I don't know why, but people hated the Werehog stages. But personally, I actually loved them. They say it's slow and ruins the pace, but look at it from Sega's perspective in 2008. God of War was booming at that time. But even the Werehog stages have more polish, better combat, and more soul than anything in Sonic 06 or AA plus games in 2026. The efforts put into the world building of Unleashed, the different cultures, the food, the NPCs, the music. Just take a listen to nighttime music stages. They were actually amazing. Better than the daytime stages in my opinion. Sega actually perfected the hub worlds of Sonic Unleashed, unlike of Sonic 06. When I was a kid, I used to explore the hubs and just talk to people because the worlds actually had life and soul. Right now, I think Sonic is going in the right path, but Unleashed stands as the peak of what the series can be, when Sega was actually trying. It is the most beautiful, most polished, and most ambitious game in the franchise. And we only got it because the Sonic team had their backs against the wall. 06 was the sacrifice. It had to be bad. It had to feel that hard. Because if it didn't, we actually wouldn't get Sonic Unleashed. They needed to innovate and utilize the PS3 and Xbox 360. Without 06, we never would have seen the light of Unleashed. Sometimes you have to burn everything down to build something perfect. So the next time you play Sonic Unleashed, remember that Sonic 06 gave birth to Sonic Unleashed.